I'm putting together a special team, and I need me 8 soldiers. 8 Jewish American soldiers.
I respectfully refuse, sir.
Hear that? The Bear Jew.
Meets German soldiers with a club.
He bashes their brains in with a baseball bat, what he does.
Hey, Fish.
Yeah.
Look at this, a Hitler Youth Bank.
And now it's a Shabbat holocaust, right?
Quite frankly, watching Donnie beat Nazis to death is the closest we ever get to going to the movies.
Your father was circumcised by my rabbi, you prick!
Today we've got a very special treat, an MRE for those of you who do not mix your meat and your milk. What am I referring to? Oi, a kosher MRE, of course. Hey, so a whole lot of my audio got corrupted due to a poorly connected microphone, so a lot of this video is going to be done via voiceover. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to keep it as close as I can to the original script, but might be a little off here and there. Hope you enjoy. Shabbat Shalom, my dudes and dudettes. MRE Scout here. Welcome back to another video. My name's Darren. I'm a former U.S. Army NCO, 19 Delta Cavalry Scout, and Iraq War veteran, here to review military rations and MREs from around the world, as well as civilian market camping, survival, and dehydrated foods. So if you're new here, oi, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe already. Jewish Americans have served in every conflict in U.S. history, going back as far as to include serving in the militias of all 13 original colonies. Today there are well over 4,000 active duty Jewish service members here in the United States, with many more in the Guard and Reserves. The contributions of Jewish Americans to our national defense is undeniable, and if you don't believe that, go take a stroll through Arlington National Cemetery, or any other military cemetery for that matter. This is a PJ's Poultry Company, fully cooked, shelf-stable, glatt kosher ready meal. This is what you get in the United States military in lieu of an MRE if you keep kosher. While this is not exclusively a military ration, it does have uses in the civilian world, particularly among kosher business travelers who find it difficult to maintain kosher while on the road. This is what you get. This thing looks more like a TV dinner than an actual MRE, but it's tiny. It will easily fit in a cargo pocket. It's sturdy enough to survive in your rucksack. It can be eaten cold right out of the package, or it can be heated up by immersing it in hot water, or microwaving it, even if you had access to one of those in the field. This is a highly sought after item. I knew a number of soldiers who went to great lengths to convince people that they were kosher in order to try to get a hold of these. What's funny about that is the Jewish soldiers I knew didn't usually bother and would just eat normal MREs. This particular menu item is beef cholent, or tashalnik as it would be said in Hebrew. That's a type of beef stew, very popular on Shabbat. It's served with kishka, which is a type of sausage made of half meat, half grain, in a synthetic kosher-friendly casing, and potato kuggle, which is a dish that's more like potato latkes or potato pancakes, not to be confused with noodle kugel. This entire meal is 450 calories, not really enough to keep you going for very long in combat. It would need to be supplemented with hot chow or a standard MRE. 450 calories just isn't going to get it done for long. However, it would be the perfect meal to break fast with on a Jewish holiday or on Shabbat. Let's crack this sucker open, let's get it immersed in some hot water so we can heat it up, and let's tuck in, as the British say. Got a nice smell of home cooking to it, that's for sure. Not entirely different from any other beef stew. Hormel, Dinty Moore. Of course you know this is higher quality and made according to kosher law. It smells really tasty. Meat, beans, gravy, mushrooms, onions. Really tasty. I can tell you one thing. Eating this would be a welcome change after a few days of MREs for sure. It's not exactly Bubby's home cooking, but it's a lot closer than an MRE is. I like. The Kishka has a similar smell. Let's give it a taste. A little bland, but very good. Gravy helps it along some. It's got a nice little grainy flavor to it, like I can taste carrots and some other vegetables there. The sausage is supposed to be half grains, half meat. It really tastes more like grains to me. Filling. That would definitely fill you up. Potato Kuggle. Yeah. Oh, that's good. It tastes a lot like a potato latke or potato pancake, which I love. Those are some of my favorite treats from the Jewish High Holy Days. For me, I always say this every year too, for me that would go better with salt, pepper, and ketchup than it would with the traditional applesauce or sour cream that potato latkes are usually served with. That's really good. I'm old school, maybe some fried eggs with it too. I like. This is a really tasty meal. It's a really hearty meal. Definitely sticks to the ribs. Even though it's only 450 calories and really would not be enough to keep you going for very long in combat, I would still have the sensation of being full. I've eaten a quarter of it and already I'm feeling pretty full. Prized item in the field. I can see why. Wow, what a nice treat that is. I can totally understand why there were guys who went to such lengths as to try to fake being Jewish to get a hold of these things when we were on deployment. It's much closer to home cooking than anything that comes out of an MRE bag. I would go so far as to say it's on par with hot A rations, of course depending on what was on the menu that night. I'll take that over liver and onions 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. Because they're shelf stable, you can throw them in a rucksack. You can throw them in your luggage. You can throw them in a backpack. You could throw them in the trunk of your car and have these ready to go at any time. You're not kosher? So what? That's really tasty beef stew. And there's a whole host of other menu items as well. If you're a student of history like me and you want to see some videos on World War II rations, make sure you check out my ongoing playlist on that by clicking over here. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Peace.